I tried a dual GPU gaming PC before, which helped triple my FPS. So I bought a dual CPU gaming PC with 2 CPUs inside to see if it could help get more FPS. Okay, so this right here is the dual CPU gaming PC, and it's actually coming from the company once again, STG Abron, which honestly, pretty surprising that they even sell a gaming PC with 2 CPUs inside of it, since this company is just known for selling like cheap pre-built gaming PCs. It's kind of unique that they have a PC like this that they're selling. And once again, I'm not going to be expecting much since it is coming from this company. Since most pre-built gaming PCs that they sell, performance is just absolutely garbage. Since inside of the PCs, they give you like an 8-year-old CPU and like an 8-year-old GPU. But if you guys take a look inside, obviously we have all these like gaming peripherals that they come with. We have like the super cheap membrane gaming keyboard. And inside of here, we should also have a gaming mouse, probably just hidden somewhere in this box. And yeah, there it is. We have the gaming mouse absolutely destroyed on the box, as you guys can see. And yeah, this is also a really cheap peripheral as well. And I'm honestly thinking that they also have like a gaming mouse pad, unless I could be wrong. But let me go ahead and first take out this dual CPU gaming PC. And yeah, here it is. We have this dual CPU gaming PC, which I honestly don't know if it's even going to be helpful or not. I feel like the performance is just going to get worse since you have 2 CPUs. Like most games that you would play nowadays literally only use 1 CPU for gaming. The only thing I could see being helpful and actually useful for the PC's performance with the dual CPU setup is maybe something like lossless scaling, which is basically how like the dual GPUs work, where maybe I can go ahead and use 1 CPU for actually gaming and then 1 for like offloading all the performance for like upscaling features, frame gen, all that stuff. But I honestly doubt it just because it is a CPU and all those applications are basically used for GPUs. So I'm not sure how useful a dual CPU setup will be for the performance. There could be little to no improvements for its performance. And honestly, it could also hinder with the performance as well. Like your FPS could actually get worse with dual CPU setups. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at it later, but yeah, we have the RGB remote as well as the Wi-Fi antenna. What I do love about this PC case though, is the glass is really easy to actually take out. But regardless, this PC did cost me $500, so it's definitely not one of those super cheap STG Abron gaming PCs. This PC is definitely on like their more expensive side for the pre-built gaming PCs that they actually sell. But yeah, here it is. You guys can see we have 2 CPUs inside of this PC. We have like these 2 cooling towers for the CPU. And something I did see from the reviews of this gaming PC is that there are 2 CPUs inside this PC, but it's not even running dual channel memory. Like they literally could have spent like an extra 30 bucks for another 16 gig RAM stick. But yeah, you guys can see we have these 2 cooling towers for this PC. And you guys can even see like the brackets where they actually connect to the CPUs. So we have 1 CPU right over here and then another one right over there. And the CPUs inside of this PC are dual i7 Xeon CPUs, which I believe are just like work office CPUs. So I'm not sure how good this is going to be for like a gaming PC. But inside we also have an RX 580 for the GPU. So you guys can tell the graphics card is definitely one of the old graphics cards that STG Abron puts inside their cheap gaming PCs. Like the overall build of this gaming PC definitely looks really cool. Ever seen a gaming PC with 2 cooling fans? And these aren't like air coolers, so it does look extra cool. And I believe it also has RGB, which is going to look really, really good for the aesthetics as well. And if you guys actually take a look at the case fans, I'm not sure why the case fans are like this translucent. The case fans are different fans compared to the cooling fans. These CPU cooling tower fans are definitely way better looking than like the case fans. The case fans also feel a little bit cheaper as well. But yeah, I don't know how dual CPU is going to work for this gaming PC. It should help if you guys want to use more of the cores for like a specific game, but most games like Fortnite literally only need 1 CPU to function with, so I'm not sure how that's gonna go. But just take a look at the case. I mean, this thing definitely looks really cool as well. You guys can definitely tell this is like a more expensive pre-built gaming PC from STG Abron, and they're also the only company I know that actually sell a pre-built gaming PC with dual CPUs as well. I was actually really surprised to even find this PC. No other company is selling a PC like this. Yeah, you guys can take a look at this PC. I believe the power supply is a 600 watt power supply as well. So I guess you guys can go ahead and upgrade the GPU if you guys want to. In the back of this PC, you guys can see the 2 brackets basically connect to the dual CPUs. All right, but let's go ahead and actually turn this thing on. Kind of just take a look at the RGB from this PC. Like I said, dual CPUs make this PC look really cool. But yeah, dual CPU honestly might be completely useless and literally performs identical to having 1 CPU. I'm pretty sure if you guys buy an STG Abron gaming PC with 1 one i7 Xeon and exactly the same graphics card gonna perform just as good as this PC, but we're gonna go ahead and test it out. First, let's go ahead and take a look at the RG. Okay. Why do I always like fail that? Like why? I always forget that they actually come on. Power switch is already on for some reason, but let's go ahead and turn this thing on and okay. You guys can see the design. Aesthetics are looking pretty cool. Like I said, the case fans don't look as good as like the CPU fans. You guys can see the translucent doesn't really help that well. What the heck? Did I buy a bomb, bro? Did I freaking buy a bomb? What was that? Okay, but you guys can see, take a look at the CPU fans. Like, they definitely look a lot better compared to the case fan. But regardless, the RGB on this PC still looks really, really nice. You guys can see the two CPU fans literally just lighting up. I don't know why it's shaking so much. I'm just feeling it and it's vibrating so much. But yeah, here is the case fan with the translucent. Doesn't look as good. We also have 3 case fans on the side panel right here. But yeah, having 2 CPU cooling fans definitely look really cool for the design. Okay, so now we have the dual CPU gaming PC fully set up. And something I did notice with this dual CPU PC is that this thing doesn't even overheat too much. I feel like the 2 CPU cooling towers definitely help out with the cooling inside this PC as well. Because normally with cheap pre-built gaming PCs, they start to heat up once I have Fortnite opened up for about like 10 minutes or so. But I mean, this PC is definitely keeping it really, really cool. Like I could feel the air coming from this PC. It's literally just hitting me. Cooling is definitely really good for this PC. But now if you guys take a look at the max FPS I'm getting on this dual CPU gaming PC, I honestly don't think there's a huge difference with having 2 CPUs. It's still running about 140 to 150 max FPS right now. And this is like super similar FPS to like a regular pre-built gaming PC coming from this company that usually has the RX 580 as well as like an i7 Xeon CPU. And once I go ahead and start building, I do notice that the FPS does drop down to about like 80 FPS. So with this gaming PC, we're not even running a consistent like 100 FPS. I'm honestly not sure how the dual CPUs are helping out with the performance, but I think there's little to no difference with having dual CPUs, since as I'm building, we're only running about like 100 FPS, and it's definitely not that consistent. Like we're running about like 80 to 90-ish FPS most of the times. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the 3D resolution down to about like 85%, just so the FPS could maybe be more consistent at 100 FPS or so. Because right now we're barely even breaking the 120 FPS mark. Yeah, now that I lowered the 3D resolution, we're definitely running a more consistent 100, like 15 FPS. As I'm playing though, I do notice this PC's fans are getting a little bit louder, but even though it is getting louder, it's not overheating or anything. This PC is still like very, very cool. Yeah, literally just feeling this thing is definitely really cool inside. Fans are definitely doing a really good job. Yeah, in creative, I think we're running at about like 120-ish FPS. I do notice there are a decent amount of like input delay, so I might have to lower the resolution down to about like 1600 or something, just so the game could run like a lot smoother at least. Right now, this thing just doesn't feel like a decent like gaming experience. Okay, now taking a look at the max FPS this dual CPU gaming PC can get in an actual game. FPS actually got a lot more consistent for some reason. Like right now we're running about like 140 to 170 FPS. You guys can see it's definitely not that consistent. Oh my, yeah, this thing just dropped down to like 70 FPS for a split second, but the FPS is definitely not the most consistent on this PC. And then something else I've noticed with this gaming PC, it sometimes randomly just makes that like bomb noise that you guys heard earlier. Just random times when I'm actually playing a game. I'm not sure what that is, but bro, that thing's actually creepy. I'm not lying, bro. It just sometimes randomly make that noise. I'm not sure what's going on. But once I landed in now, you guys can see we're running about like 90 FPS. What the heck? Frames just changed so quick, but sometimes it drops down to about like 70 FPS. That's about the lowest I've seen it. The PC isn't overheating or anything, so I don't think it has to do with anything like that. It's probably just the specs itself, or maybe the dual CPU is actually hindering with the performance. That is a thing I've heard of before, so. What the heck? GG's. But I'd say this PC runs at a pretty consistent 110 FPS in an actual game, even though I did kind of have to drop the 3D resolution by a decent amount. I think we're running about like 80% 3D res right now, so that's like a huge reason why I'm able to keep it a lot more consistent, because without it, we're going to be running about like, what, 80 FPS, 70 FPS? GG's. Now, unlike dual GPU where you guys can actually manually change something with each individual graphics card, I think with the dual CPU, it would help mostly with like editing and stuff. It's really CPU intensive. I just don't see it helping that much with like gaming. So honestly, just like a huge like marketing thing. 20. Crack. 200. Okay, we're not really getting as much frame drops now. I'm not sure what just happened. We're running about like 120 to 130. Oh, what the freak? Oh, he's in a freaking bush. This guy's in a bush, bro. There we go. Oh my. Okay, let's go. Once again, the PC isn't overheating, which is pretty surprising coming from an STG Arbron gaming PC. They usually would overheat before I even get to like an actual game. They start overheating by the time I'm in creative or something. Okay, free kill right there. There's someone down here, right? Yeah, I definitely saw someone. Bro, that guy just disappeared. What the heck? 35? Oh crap, oh crap. Cracked, 200. There's someone definitely in here. Yeah, he's right here. He's right inside, literally right inside. Oh crap, 18. 30. Edit. Edit. 200, let's go. Oh crap. The PC's running pretty good now, what the heck? We're not getting as much frame drops as we got. That's actually really, really surprising. He's above me. Oh crap. Oh crap. Heal, 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 heal. He's gonna drop down right here. He's gonna drop. Okay, wait for it. Crack. There's so much people. There's so much people, and we're not even getting frame drops, actually. What the heck? I was waiting for that thing to start dropping like crazy. I'm not gonna lie. One shot, one shot, one shot. 200. Okay, 7 people left. We're running about like 130 FPS. Checking on the temperature of this PC. Not overheating at all. There's literally like no heat at all. Maybe that's a good thing with dual CPU. I've never heard of that before, but maybe like dual CPU, you guys are not gonna overheat or anything like that. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, it's not that bad. Bro, what the? 200? Oh my, what is going on, bro? What is going on? No way he took that. No way he took that, bro. 80? 200? Yo, the PC is actually going up to 170 FPS now. What the heck? $200? Bro, the PC is running close to like 200 FPS. What? That's so weird, like literally. All of a sudden, the frames are just getting so much better on this PC. I'm not sure why. Oh my God, how you take that? How you take that first try, bro? Bro, this guy took my freaking pizza. Are we for real? Give me my freaking pizza back, bro. This fan noise also doesn't get louder as like time goes on too. I was like expecting that thing to get a lot louder, but it did not. There's no way. There's no way I just missed all that. Oh, he blanked this. Oh, what the frick? All right, we're running a consistent 180 FPS now. So I don't think the PC has any problems once we're like in the end game and everything. And the PC is keeping really cool as well. So the PC is actually running a lot better now. I'm not sure what happened before, but I'm pushing this guy. 200. 14. Keep height, keep height. 18. 40. 30. This guy's not dead. There's just no way. 20. 45. Bro, this guy is just getting chipped away. This guy's just getting chipped away, bro. There we go, bro. Like, this guy would not freaking die, bro. Let's go. This PC is actually looking pretty good. I just don't have a reason to actually have 2 dual CPUs. Maybe like keeping this PC cool. Like, that's the only reason I see it. Other than that, this PC actually runs pretty good near like endgame. Running a pretty consistent 180 FPS. Let's go, bro. GG's.